What's good, y'all? Reporting live from the Oasis Lounge right here in Odessa, Florida. Stone's throw away from Tampa. You know how we about to do. We're going to sit here and discuss what's going on this week in the stock game. Have a little Heineken. What's good, y'all? Reporting live from Oasis Lounge right here in Tampa, Florida. It's a beautiful night tonight, Sunday night. We're going to do this every Sunday, man. Stocks, cigars, Sunday. I think it's important for every trader and investor to kind of know what the market's going to do before the week starts. Know all of the economic calendar, what's going to be coming, what we're looking for as far as sentiment in the market, and kind of do a recap of what worked last week. So be looking forward to this every Sunday. We're going to go to a different cigar lounge every single Sunday here in the Tampa area, since Tampa is known for cigars, nostalgia, the history of the cigar lifestyle here. I think it's a great way to segue into what's going to happen with stocks. So without any further ado, I'm your host, G Wiz. Some call me G, some call me Big G. Whatever it is, just have a G in it. I'm probably going to answer to it. All right. So what I'm going to do is quickly pull up what's going on in Barron's. Barron's is one of my favorite when it comes to just news, man. Stock news, what's going on in the markets, kind of, gives you an idea of kind of what to expect. And they also do really well when it comes to economic information and economic calendars. So if you don't already, get yourself an iPad. It's a must for any trader. Even if you have 15 screens, just having that iPad near, just in case things go down, it's great to have that, right? So Barron's is basically talking about home prices, what can take a hit, basically the week coming ahead. We're looking for some really, really big things to happen in the market as far as volume because of the CPI information that's going to be dropping this week. I've told a lot of you guys this, but when it comes to economic calendars, you always want to use your Market Watch. Market Watch is going to give you every single day, right? And I'm going to screenshot everything that we talk about today on the recap video, but everything that you see here is what's coming up in the market. And if you're a trader, minute by minute trader, scalper, whatever the case may be, these are important dates and times to know, because you'll see those big rushes of volume come in and you won't be surprised by those. So you can either get out of positions before that information comes out, or you can enter positions based on how you feel the market's going to move. All right. So long story short, this week we got a couple Fed governors speaking early. The big thing everybody's looking for is the core CPI 830. Fed Powell watches that very closely. We're also looking for core PPI that comes out on Wednesday. Both of those are at 8:30 a.m. Right? We got some retail sales, some price indexes, some jobless claims and things like that coming Thursday and Friday. But the main thing is that CPI. And this is because, Powell's kind of been saying that he's watching that data closely to see if he wants to continue to hike or continue to pause. So we'll see what happens there. We haven't had really a hike in the last couple of weeks. So I expect them to come out pretty strong against any type of increase in inflation that we have. But at the same time, if we don't get the inflation, the market's going to continue to rally. And if you saw what happened last week, market went up really in the last 2 weeks, almost 300 points. We hit that 4130 area, that 4100, that gap fill from way earlier back in June. And let me tell you, man, the market melted right back up. So if you slept on that opportunity, and it is one that we talked about a lot on Stock Market Tuesdays on another channel that I had, but we were all looking for that gap fill. And what we look for in gaps, and I'm going to show you later, is when the market opens up very high or low, based on the last day's close, that means you're going to have a gap, and that gap eventually has to fill. Even though we ran up since January, from like 3600s, last year when in the bear market, all the way to 500 again, 4600 this year, we had gaps, right? Those gaps that we had really kind of started at that 4100 level. We went from 4100 to 4160 one day, And what that did was it provided an area where you knew once that area filled and it was right around that 200-day moving average, man, the market really, really has pumped since then. So there's 3 additional gaps on the way up that we're going to see, and we definitely want to see those gaps filled. Okay, so we'll talk about that a little bit as well. So based on what we get with this CPI will tell me exactly if we're going to go back down and maybe fill these gaps, or we're going to continue to melt up. All right. Another one of my favorites, TradingView. Okay, hopefully you guys can see this. If you can't, again, I'll be doing a screen recording and a screenshot of everything we talk about today. Again, shout out to my guys right here at Oasis Lounge, right here in Tampa, sponsoring us tonight. And, you know, I'm going to talk to them about some stock things once we finish with this as well. All right. So let me pull up the chart. I'm going to pull up a one-day chart, one-day time frame, and I'm going to go, let's go 3 months, right? Let's go 3 months on the SPY. And, you know, why not look at the whole year, right? Because it's been a crazy year, man. I wasn't expecting the market to melt up like it has. Being that I've traded for, you know, almost 6 years now, I really, really wasn't expecting the type of melt up that we got, you know, coming off of, you know, kind of a small correction right there in the S&P over the last over the last month of October. So hopefully we can see some explosive things happening this week, because I'm definitely looking out for that. And there's some really, really juicy gaps to be filled. So to go to that chart, I use TradingView, man. I swear by it. It's the easiest to kind of follow and you know, draw and do different things that you want to do. This is basically going to show us the daily chart for the SPY. Now, for me, you know, what I'm feeling like doing is kind of just staying out, you know, staying out the way, because the market's just been really, really melt uppy, right? And when it does that, there's nothing that you can really do as a trader, because technical analysis at that point is not working, because you expect some type of pullback at some point when the market is moving. But there has been no chance of any pullback whatsoever, right?